Happy New Year. I haven't seen you in a long time.
Many happy returns, Sammy.
How you doing? How you doing?
Oh, God is good to me. How are you doing too?
I'm wonderful. Ghana winter. Ghana winter. We are inside. And Kwame Rasta. My man. Did you say yes, madam?
That's what you heard.
Hey,
Wow.
bro. I beg you.
I miss you too, brother.
You
I miss you too.
Kwame Rasta.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
You still haven't invited me to the mountain, no?
Yeah, we changed the immigration processes and the visa application, setup. So it will take you a long while before you are considered.
See, I'm visa to Canterbury.
Yes, sir. I mean, we've suffered some incidents, and we need to be very careful who climbs up the Kwapem Ridge. So yeah.
I'll leave it here for now.
God bless you, sir.
The international fisherman is in the building, Gas Miller.
I ain't get but yeah.
Charlie, why I see you chair like that?
Bro, Abezo. I did inside.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
I know, right?
How have you been? And how's the family?
The family is doing amazing, and I've been amazing as well, bro.
Wonderful, wonderful. And how would you say your week has been so far?
My week has been, bro, I've been all over the place. My event is coming up next week, so logistics, making sure that production is on point and all of that. So I've been running around.
I can imagine. Yeah. I can imagine. It's been quite a year for most of us. How's it been on your side? The year 2022.
It's not been bad, but it could be better.
It could be better.
Yeah, it could be better.
What would you say have been your highs and lows?
Highs. So I went for a show in Paris.
Oh, great.
I think 2 months ago. It was amazing to be somewhere else and see how arts are valued up there.
Yeah.
As well. So I really enjoyed myself. I've also been able to release the songs the way that I wanted to release them.
Okay.
My releases has been amazing, so I'll say those are the highs. But I mean, Charlie, we still hope for the best, so we the inside.
But it looks like there was a bit of hibernation on your side musically. Any reason behind that? Because people have been wondering, where have you been?
Yeah. So 2017, 2018, I realized that I had a lot of major hit singles, but I didn't have any album to my credit. So what I did was I decided to go into the studio and work on projects. So I've not been like dropping hit singles like people know me for, but I've been working on my body of work. So if you go to my Spotify or my Apple Music, you realize that, Charlie, I dropped things but dinly.
Okay.
Yeah, so now I'm back to the singles again, because now I feel that if anybody should chance on my catalog, they would really have a good time, because it goes from tapes to album, and then you come to the singles as well.
All right. Now look, like you rightly said, you enjoyed your trip to Paris, and you were amazed at how talents are valued. Do you by chance feel like you're not valued in Ghana? Do you think Ghanaians value creatives like you?
I think that Ghanaians in a way sort of value a lot of foreign stuff to our own. Back in the day, I remember when Azonto was really popping. I remember the likes of our big brother Okriku Mante and Co came on TV and radio, and they were sort of pushing for us to do more high life. And now high life is sort of back, So I feel that the way we sort of patronize Afrobeats and following the Nigerian suit and all of that is more compared to us actually enjoying what we make here. Because, Charlie, if you go to the north, there's some amazing music in the north that we've not even exploited. You go to Volta region, there's some amazing music there as well. But, we end up doing the same things and channeling the same course. So I think that we can do more and appreciate ourselves more, and then use our music as foreign exports as well.
But talking about pioneers of Azonto and all that, I mean, your name comes up in the first top 2, top 3, if not one of those people that can arguably say pioneered Azonto. Do you feel probably like Ghanaians didn't value what you brought on board? Do you feel Ghanaians have not given you your flowers enough for that?
Big bro, I'm still here, and Charlie, the love from my people, the love from, I mean, today I saw you, it's been what?
It's been like over 5 years,
But the
man.
love is still amazing. So for me, I feel that the value is there. My
Yeah.
only problem with Azonto is I don't understand why we've not made it a genre up till today. Because if we are still awarding reggae and dancehall that belongs to other people, why are we not like awarding something that came from us, something that is authentically Ghanaian? Hippity hop used to be a dance and moved into like the DJ setting and all of that. It became a genre, and now like everybody's doing hip hop worldwide. Why? Why are we not doing that to Azonto? Because Azonto has gone from the dance phase to a movement phase to a sound phase, and Charlie, it's everywhere. So I'm like, we can actually push it some more and make it a genre.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I want to ask you something that's a bit controversial,
Yeah.
but me and you there we talk. Do you think Ghanaian music has an identity crisis problem? Because like you are somebody who's stuck to
Yeah.
whatever you like,
Yeah.
your lane, Azonto, a certain style of music and all that. We have people. Oh, today I'm doing highlights, tomorrow I'm doing Afrobeat. They are going with the trends. Do you think we have an identity problem?
I think the introduction of streaming sort of got us all into a space where you have to also battle with a lot of people. It's not about just you doing your music and selling it at Cantamanto anymore. It's like a bigger platform where my music is contending with that of Drake's and Jay-Z and whoever is putting out music today. So that in a way sort of put us in the lights where we have to produce different stuff.
Okay.
So I don't think we have an identity problem. I just think that, like I said, if the last time I uploaded a song onto TuneCore, I realized that they have an African genre where when you click on African, there's Afrobeats, there's Afrobeat, and then there's Afrobeats with the S, and then there's High Life. So now High Life is recognized worldwide.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it also allows us to do more High Life music. So I don't think we have a problem in that sector. I just think that because of stream platforms and all of that, we have to make music that will be well appreciated in that light.
Okay. Let me bring in Mr. Niaite Hammond, a man with a wealth of experience when it comes to the music business. Mr. Hammond, I know you. I know. I have an idea of your stance, but maybe it's changed since the last time. Does Ghana music have an identity crisis?
When you say Ghana music, what's Ghana music?
Or music of Ghanaian origin, or
because
Njuma Ghana.
I don't think we have an identity crisis. Music is varied. We have different forms of music in Ghana. And once we having, it's like High Life is what is identified most often. In fact, lately, it's battling with Afrobeats in terms of if we call it identity, if you want to put it that way, But I don't think we have an identity crisis. No, we don't. We just need to. Everybody has their space.
Okay.
You get me? Everybody has their space and they are pushing their space. It depends on what, because don't forget that as a country, as Ghana, we haven't decided that we are going to push an agenda. So that, for example, and that one is driven by a group of people. So if, for example, we say the Ministry of Tourism or Ghana Tourism Authority, like they go around tours, exhibiting products.
Yeah.
They can decide that we're taking High Life as a product. And so everywhere we're going to push that to the people to know that this is who we are as for example, Ghanaian music. that is a project.
Okay.
But it,
Let me just ask this before I come to Kwame Rasta. You know how Gasmilla stays true to where he comes from? You know, he identifies himself in that regard, and wherever he goes, he's selling his music and he's selling where he comes from. Would you say the same for other artists? Because it seems like there are a couple of people who do not really even pay attention to where they come from, or are not even inspired by people that have, you know, projected where they come from before and want to continue with that identity.
you know, everybody has an agenda. You get me? And for some artists, it's just a business. I need to make money. You get me? So what in my view, or from a point of view, is going to help me make money, I do. You get me? In the music space, you know. So forget about identity, this or that. This is what, if I do, I'm going to make money. And I mean, this to make money is a profession. I need to make money, so I need to do it. So it's not about, oh, you have to be high life, or you have to be Afro pop, or you have to be, no.
Okay.
If high life will get me there, I do high life. If Afro beats will get me there, I do Afro beats. If it's dancehall that will get me there, I'll do dancehall.
If
You get
country
me?
music.
Yes, because that is what I am. But you know, you can, you know, like you spoke of Gasmilla. You take it, and it's an identity. This is who I am, and this is what I do, and this is what I'm pushing for, till people accept it.
Yeah.
And become a mainstream what it is, and that is also an agenda and a mission. You understand me? So everybody's agenda and mission varies in the business.
Okay. Kwame Rasta.
Yes, sir.
Music and Ghanaian music and identity. Your take on that? Do you think we have one at all? Do you think we need to have one? A combined agenda?
Please, I need some help here. Why are you looking at me? Please, how old is Ghana again? 62, 65? How old are?
I think 60.
The way the economy did, right? If you forget something.
You mentioned some key ingredients, economy and things. You see, when you chop 60 years, and it be now they try find your identity, then something is primarily wrong with you.
64.
Okay. So, I mean, as per civil rights law and the way we work in this space, by 60 you should retire, right? So, I am not very excited that we are sitting here 64 years later, and we are trying to answer the question on identity. It should have been clear cut. Of course, when you mention high life, most people would say Ghana, but elsewhere it is Nigerians claim it. Or they would broadly say that it is a West African genre. I think the first woman in history to be published as a playwright is, for instance, the lady who Children's Park was named after.
Ifwa Sutherland. Yeah.
I attended a book and arts festival in Abeokuta, Ogun State, a couple of years ago, and one of the much sought after, incredible books listed certain Nigerian lady as the one who is the first ever to have been published, a playwright.
Okay.
We're talking women here.
Yeah.
But it is Olarotimi himself in another book who says it is Ifwa Sutherland. Ifwa Sutherland. Now, if we Ghanaians ourselves do not, and I'm the digression is based on the point I want to make.
Okay.
That if we do not claim what is ours,
some people
nobody would claim it for us.
Yeah.
So we are in a space where songs which are clear-cut high life genres or even reggae, we tag them different. He mentioned something very interesting here, and I think very crucial, that Azonto, for instance, we could have claimed it wholeheartedly and not waste time on who brought it first or not. Because at the kind of effort we've wasted on whether it is Gasmela or Fuse or Sack or who did what first. It's the same reason hip life is where it is. We have turned into crabs in a bucket, and we are bickering and wasting precious time without knowing that, or giving cognizance to the fact that it is very much of a proper waste in this era where there's money to be made. Because if we are singing in unison, it's louder
than individual.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So because we're here when Nigerians had to come in here, sneak and learn from our hip lifers so they can make it out there. At that time when we were on the road in Nigeria selling Ghana music, one of the things that Nigerians that we came across, they pride themselves with as Africans, was the fact that Ghanaians sing and rap in their local dialect. They were telling us.
I see.
They were envious of our ability to take. We've been influenced by the Western pop culture, yes, but the expression in music, for us to be able to use our local dialect and the harmonies and the rhymes and the proverbs, that was a big deal. And guess what? Years down the line, we are now copying those who couldn't express themselves, or who didn't want to, or had not been documented to express themselves in their local dialect on the world stage. Now we are copying them. And so I'm just citing another example here where if you forget to claim what is
yours,
originally yours, somebody will take it
and you go back and try and learn.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So with regards to identity, again, beyond high life, high life didn't come with a Torah like the 10 Commandments when God said what he said. It was invented. It has gone through an evolution. We have an offspring of Boga High Life, for instance. Do you understand? And then we had hip life, and then we have what we have today. So its culture is dynamic.
Yeah.
It goes through, incidents and events. So if today we find ourselves in a space where what Gasmela or whoever or what is pertaining is what we should loud, we should rid ourselves of that mental blockage, that
barrier,
that makes it difficult or uncomfortable or uncool to claim that this is who we are. If it is high life, what is wrong with it? Because there's enough for everybody anyway.
Yeah, true. I mean, you've made some really valid points, and it's something that we need to think about as an industry and see where we can actually put things together.
Sammy, please quickly
and proceed.
I would suggest that, or appeal to those in positions of power, if they need to dedicate a desk that whose sole responsibility, or I once heard we had a Brand Ghana secretariat, for instance, if it is still in existence and people are being paid. These are petty things which wouldn't cost a lot, but let's dedicate a desk that says that everything from Ghana, we are propelling it and branding Ghana with it. Let's restrict ourselves to music, for instance. If it is Azonto or whatever it is out there, let's let the world know that this is, because that's what the Nigerians have done.
Exactly. Yeah. Do
you understand?
Yeah.
I mean, once in Canada, back in the day when hip life was at the top, we had Nigerian revelers in nightclubs paying DJs from their own pocket to play Nigerian music before they leave. I think it's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Something which ought to be inherent.
We need to be more patriotic.
I don't want to use that word because, you see, people are cutting cocoa trees for Galamsey, and I would do same if I were in their situation. So if you are mentioning patriotism, let's do music.
No, in a music sense.
I don't even want to use that word, bro. we are too much in an economy. Until then,
all right. Well, in case you just tuned in, Showbiz A to Z, please, Nana Spintex says Ghana is 65. Yeah, yes, we know it's 65. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so my man Gas Miller is here with us. Gas Miller, now you said that you've been, on the Lilo, you've been putting a lot of music onto streaming platforms and all that, and now you're like bringing out the usual commercial stuff. Are we talking a commercial album now?
Yes. I dropped a project 2 years ago called Sun. It's a side A, side B affair. Back in the day when I was growing up, I used to buy cassettes.
Yeah, side A, side B.
Side
Yeah,
A,
I
side
know.
B. So I dropped the side A, but the side B took a bit of time to release, because when I dropped the side A, I realized some one or two things that I need to work on. But the side B is a dance album.
Okay.
And like I have a really huge dance following. So I'll drop that next year. But for now, I'm trying to put out singles to let my fans know what I've been up to and how I've grown sonically and all of that.
Okay, okay. Any of your musical friends, in the industry that are featuring on this project?
Yes, I have Ochame Kwame on it. I have Sak on it. I have who's it? Medical and Ifia on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think these are the.
It sounds like a big party on there.
Yeah.
All right, so your festival is coming up. Tell us about your festival.
Okay, so it's called Abele Fest. Abele because I'm a Ghana boy, and every Ghana boy or girl knows that Abele means the end of hunger to us. So initially, I wanted to put together a festival that celebrates me, because I've been here for 11 years. This is my 11th year in the game. And
congratulations.
Thank you. I wanted to do a show that will bring together my fans and people that have loved and invested in me over time. But I chose Abele because of what it stood for and all of that. So it's happening at the Alliance Française on the 8th of October. That is next week, Saturday, Pepe.
A week today.
A week today, Pepe.
Okay.
And it's cultural. It has some traditional vibes to it. We'll start 6 a.m. because we'll be cooking quickly.
6 a.m.
Yes, please. We'll be cooking quickly, physical, for people to come and see.
I see.
Maybe 6. By maybe 6
So by 6 the big play is ready.
No, we'll start cooking it, because big play is usually cooked very early in the morning.
Okay.
So we don't want to take anything out. We want to do it the way our mothers and our grandmothers do it. So by 6 we'll be
cooking
there.
For how many people?
We are cooking for enough people. I mean, if you're there to support the brand Gasmela, you're definitely for feet taste some small quickly.
If it's so.
Yeah. And it's just a cool 100 CDs though. But for the morning time, we have a food fest and a fun fair in the morning. I mean, you should bring the kids, because I love kids, and I believe that, I shouldn't take them away, because I have a really huge kids following. So you can bring your kids. We have a good time from 6 to 6. And then 7, we start the performances till 12.
Okay, so 7 p.m. performances start till midnight. All right. Who's performing aside you?
Adani Best is performing. Like I said, I want to bring like everything from my side of town.
Yeah.
So I'm bringing Adani Best. Bukom Bankung is the MC.
Hey!
Yeah, MC Bukom. Yeah, Sinner Soul is on it. Luther is on it as well. I have another artist coming from Jamestown called Papillon Blood and Long Life.
Right.
And then Marion Somario. And then the band Kokwi from City,
Nice.
Kokwi is also passing through to do stuff.
Nice,
Kokwi,
nice. Sounds very exciting. We'll be looking forward to it. It's next week, Saturday, Alliance Française. Making a point to be there. Just 100 Ghana cedis. Do you pay the 100 for the performances or plus the food?
Oh no, the food there we are not selling. We are not selling the quickly.
Okay.
But I mean, we'll have vendors, that will cook stuff from Abele. Basically, like Bankunke, Imomi Floor, and Konke Kinang, and all of that will be there. And maybe the drinks we are not get, the intention and then better and stuff, you bob.
Hey.
yeah. So
I see.
Yeah, but we have early bird tickets.
All right.
That if you get there before 7, you should get like half price on the ticket.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Kwame.
Yeah. Numo, you mentioned that you love kids, and I was just wondering if you wouldn't mind adopting like 2 kids,
Why you get kids where they look for father for them?
I had my uncle passed not too long ago, and he didn't leave me a lot of things, but I mean, you never know. That's a superstar right there, and I really have to do some thinking about what I
he
inherited.
likes children's matter.
His own children, or clarity is important.
So every year during number one,
Yeah.
I do something called Fale Femo. I go into the communities, and what I do is I teach kids about sanitation values and how they can segregate baller and all of that. The idea came from my dad telling me that a broom towards the end could be bent anyhow, but towards the north side, if you try to bend it small, now you go break. So older folks have adopted ways of living that's very difficult for us to change their mindsets. But I mean, with kids, you can actually teach them the sanitation morals, and they will actually grow with it. So me, every August, I did a communities inside. Last year, like this, we cleaned 7 communities.
Wow.
And fed over 7,000 people. Cry.
You do that thing for Ghana here?
Every year, I did one.
Wow.
Yeah.
You won't go heaven?
Oh, bro.
Wow.
For me, like I said, if you listen to my music and the language that I speak, you would understand that I live for my people. So it's more on the legacy lane. I want the kid in Jamestown to look at me and say, if Gasmela did this, I could do better. Yeah.
God bless you.
Gasmela, you're one awesome guy. Good to see you and catch up again. And definitely, I'm sure when the album is ready, we'll definitely talk about that and all that. Any timelines to the album?
The album the next year, October. But I'm dropping a new record. I gave it to your guy to play it, if you can just play it, because I'm dropping it on the 7th.
What's the title?
Odonium. Odonium. But bro, it's a teaser because it will drop 7th of October. So I just want you to play 1 minute of it. And my senior men today, if they will tell me what they think about it,
okay.
Okay. I will really, really appreciate it.
We're just trying to get it real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we got it here.
Yeah, Odonium drops on the 7th before the 8th. The event comes on. So
okay, Odonium. As in, this is a song for
love song, Love Nation.
Love Nation.
Yeah.
And is it Asokpo or is Melo?
I'll leave it to you to hear it.
Okay, so exclusive first time airplay. You haven't heard this anywhere else. Gasmela Odonjum right here on Showbiz A to Z.
Sugar can be now, until the bones are rotting, until the bones are rotting. Mommy, to adorn you, mommy, all day, to adorn you, mommy, to adorn you, mommy, all day. Baby, get you, baby, melody, what you want. You are the one for me, one body, my trap. You bang at me, baby, you killing me so wrong. One of the real man, don't Kim Khan. You are the only one for me now. But I can mean some more, but can no piano.
Brand new.
And that's brand new Gasmela, officially not out yet. You said it's out on the 7th. Okay, the 7th of October. I love this. I love the production. I love the whole vibe. It's totally different. If I had this, it's like I don't go, no, big Gasmela. Mr. Hammond, what do you make of the song?
It's naturally I like songs with this kind of tempo,
Yeah.
Songs that kind of like the heartbeat.
Yeah,
It's soulful, and the way he sang the gun, it's very nice.
It's very nice.
Sweet. I love the song. The rhythm is also exciting.
Yeah.
I think it's taking us on a different experience of Gasmilla.
Exactly,
because
exactly.
We really do not experience him this way, and I think there's a nice.
He caught us off guard.
Yeah.
Kwame Rasta.
I think that we are all lucky today to have a fair idea how Mr. Nyaiti Hamon's heart beats, and that's some legendary.
Let's talk about the music.
With regards to the music, apart from what it has revealed, you see, Gasmilla is one of the most underrated musicians, and it's not because he's sitting right next to me. It is a fact. If you have spent time with him, you would know. So I am not surprised. I'm actually impressed that he's letting that bit of him out. And if it is this type of music, which is scheduled to be outdoored on the 7th of October, you said?
Yes, please.
Then I can only wish you all the best. And when you did the mass songs and it took off, I think you slept on the job, or you felt maybe complacent, or maybe you were not hungry. But there's so much to you. Give us more, bro.
Sure. Thank you, people.
Gasmilla, message to your fans, man.
Message. Come to the Alliance Française on the 8th of October, and let's have an amazing time. I mean, you've supported me from Aboda to all the way to Telemo. So, Charlie, if I'm doing this because I want to have like an intimate session with you, my fans, anybody that's looking, that has been there for me from day one. I would want to see you there, and let's have a good time. If you want to get a ticket, you can just dial *365*1010# on your phone and get a ticket on all platforms.
Gasmilla, great seeing you, man, and we'll be there to definitely support, man, and look forward to the album. But it's too far. Bring down
the
for
October. Oh no, right now the singles to that time.
Nice one,
Yeah.
nice one. It has been Gasmilla.